So in my last area, we were teaching this family, and they were a member referral. His brother had joined the church. His brother and his mom had joined the church a while back and fell less active, but now they were back and going to church and things like that. And so we were going over to teach them, and at first they were kind of like, oh, what are you doing? We're not really sure what you're doing. And we were also like, I don't know if they're really interested, But we kept going, and they had just had a baby, which is the perfect time. Having a baby or getting married or having someone pass away in their family is always the best way to get into a family and really teach the gospel. And so she was at home during the day with the baby, and we knew that, and so that was the only time we caught her. And so we started teaching. Her name was Chastity. So Chastity and Les and Chastity and Alan. Les is their brother. So Chastity, we taught her, and we kept teaching her, and finally we had the impression to teach her about the Book of Mormon, and really just, instead of rushing through it with the restoration with the first lesson, but rather, break it up and just teach the Book of Mormon individually. And so we taught her the Book of Mormon, and the reason why we needed the Book of Mormon and the Bible and how they work together. And she, at the end of it, she said, oh my gosh, that totally makes sense. That's why you guys keep telling us to read the Book of Mormon. Because up until that point, they never really read the Book of Mormon. And they had it out on the table, but they never really read it. But she told us, I understand now. I understand why we need the gospel. I understand why you keep coming. And I understand, it totally just clicks. And it really bore testimony to me and my companion that the Book of Mormon is really important. And we can't just throw that importance away. We really need to teach people that the Book of Mormon is another testament of Jesus Christ, and that's what Chastity and Alan needed to understand. And so from that point on, they started reading, individually and as a couple, and then as a family, and then the kids started to get into it. They had 3 kids, well, 4 with the baby, but 3 older kids that really started to get into the Book of Mormon. They started reading, and with that, it's really interesting how that happens with the gospel and with the Book of Mormon and reading the scriptures together. The tempers started to die away. The arguments started to go away. They started doing things as a family. They started supporting each other. And that change, it took the whole time that I was there, but there was a change in the family. The change, how they acted, how they treated each other. Well, the 3 kids got baptized right after I left to come home. But a couple weeks ago, she sent me a message, and she said that, so they're not married, so they had to be married before they get baptized, and they weren't ready to make that commitment. But a couple weeks ago, she messaged me and said, they're ready to get married, and they're going to get baptized right after that. And it was all because of the Book of Mormon. It was all because of the gospel. And she told us that they had seen the glow in their children's, in their countenance and in their eyes, that they want that too. And so, don't ever give up on your investigators. There's so many investigators that, a lot in my 6-month area, my longest area, that I didn't really see progress very much. But after I left, they just were booming. The branch was just doing so well. And sometimes you are called to be planting seeds, and it's frustrating and it's hard, but I can't wait to go up to heaven and see all the crops that are been coming out from the seeds, because that's what really matters, is to be able to touch people's lives in that instant. Even if they're not ready for it then, they'll still have that feeling of the Spirit and that feeling of the joy that you shared with them that they're going to keep. And that's the most important thing, is to help people feel that Spirit and feel the joy. Not so much the baptisms. Baptisms are cool, but planting the seeds, I finally realized at the end of my mission that it really is, that's the best way to go, is to keep planting seeds, to keep touching people, as many people as you can.